Hello, friends. This is Pastor Dave, and I'm here with another story for today. As I start this story, I wonder, have you ever been watching television and then you see somebody that you know? Or maybe you're listening to a story and somebody starts to tell a story that you already know and you feel kind of good inside. Today's story is like that for me. I haven't been to the place where the story takes place, but I know a lot of people who have been helped by stories like this. Today's story is called Beatrice's Goat. And it's a story that, like a lot of my story, takes place in the place called Africa. And it helps us understand how people in a different part of the world live their lives. Let's listen to Beatrice's Goat. It's written by Paige McBrier, and the pictures were drawn by Lori Lostetter. This is Beatrice's Goat. If you were to visit the small African village of Kisinga in the rolling hills of western Uganda, and if you were to take a left at the crossroads and follow a narrow dirt path between two tall banana groves, you would come to the home of a girl named Beatrice. Beatrice lives here with her mother and 5 younger brothers and sisters in a sturdy mud house with a fine steel roof. The house is new. So is the shiny blue wooden furniture inside. In fact, many things are new to Beatrice and her family lately. It's all because of a goat named Mugisa. Beatrice loves everything about Mugisa. The feel of her coarse brown and white coat, the way her chin hairs curl just so, and how Mugisa gently teases her by butting her knobby horns against Beatrice's hand. Tup, tup, like a drumbeat waiting for a song. But there is one reason why Beatrice loves Mugisa most of all. In the time before Mugisa, Beatrice spent her days helping her mama hoe and plant in the fields, tend the chickens, watch the younger children, and grind the cassava flour that they would take to market to sell. There's Beatrice helping. Once in a while, when she was tending to baby Pascavia, Beatrice would stop by the schoolhouse. Often, the students had carried their long wooden benches outside to work under the cool shade of the jackfruit trees. Then Beatrice would stand quietly off to one side, pretending that she was a student too. Oh, how she longed to be a schoolgirl, how she yearned to sit on one of the benches and to figure sums on a small slate chalkboard, how she wished to turn the pages of a worn copybook and study each word over and over until it stuck in her mind like a burr. I'll never be able to go to school, she would sigh. How could I ever save enough money to pay for books or a uniform? One day, while Beatrice was busy pulling weeds, Mama came to her with dancing eyes. Beatrice, some kind-hearted people from far away have given us a lucky gift. We are one of 12 village families to receive a goat. Beatrice was puzzled. A goat? What kind of gift was a goat? It couldn't get up each morning and start their charcoal fire for cooking. It couldn't hike down to the stream each week and scrub their dirty clothes clean. It couldn't keep an eye on Grace, Moses, Harriet, Joash, and Pascavia. Her long fingers tugged patiently at the weeds. That's very nice, Mama, she said politely. Then Mama added, it will be your job to take care of the goat. If you do, it can bring wonderful things. Beatrice looked up at her mother. Will this goat come soon? She asked, because I would like to meet such a goat. Mama laughed. Good things take time. First, I must plant pastures and build our goat a shed. Beatrice nodded slowly. Surely Mama knew what she was doing. "I'll help you," she declared. For the next few months, Beatrice worked harder than ever. She helped Mama collect the posts for the shed walls, then lashed the posts together with banana fibers. She planted narrow bands of stiff elephant grass along the edges of their cassava field. She put in pigeon trees and lablab vines between the banana trees. Look at that garden. Finally, one day, Beatrice's goat arrived, fat and sleek as a ripe mango. Beatrice stood shyly with her brothers and sisters, then stepped forward and circled the goat once. She inspected its belly. She ran her hand along its smooth back. "Mama says you are a lucky gift," she whispered, "so that is what I will name you. Mugisa, luck." 2 weeks later, Mugisa gave birth. It was Beatrice who discovered first one kid and then, to her surprise, another. "Twins!" she exclaimed, stooping down to examine them. "See that, Mugisa? You have already brought us 2 wonderful things." Beatrice named the first kid Mulindwa, which means expected, and the second Kihembo, or surprise. Each day, Beatrice made sure Mugisa got plenty of elephant grass and water to help her to produce lots of milk, even though it meant another long trip down the stream and back. When the kids no longer needed it, Beatrice took her own first taste of Mugisa's milk. Sweet," she said, mixing the rest of the milk into her breakfast porridge. Beatrice knew Mugisa's milk would keep them all much healthier. Now, each morning after breakfast, Beatrice would head off to the shed to sell whatever milk was left over. "Open for business," she would say, in case anyone was listening. Often, she would spy her friend Bunani coming through the banana groves. "Good morning, Beatrice," Mugisa expected and surprised, Bunani would always say. Then he would hand Beatrice a tall pail that she would fill to the top with Mugisa's milk. When Beatrice finished pouring, Bunani would hand her a shiny coin, and Beatrice would carefully tuck the money into the small woven purse at her side. Day after day, week after week, Beatrice watched the purse get fuller. Soon there would be enough money for a new shirt for Moses and a warm blanket for the bed she shared with Grace. One day, Beatrice returned from collecting water and noticed Mama frowning and counting the money in the woven purse. "Mama, what is it?" she asked. "What's wrong?" As she looked up, Mama's frown turned to a small smile. "I think," she said, "you may have just saved enough to pay for school." "School?" Beatrice gasped in disbelief. "But what about the other things we need?" "First things first," Mama said. Beatrice threw her arms around her mother's neck. "Oh, Mama, thank you." Then she ran to where her goat stood chewing her cud and hugged her tightly. "Oh, Mugisa," she whispered, "today I am the lucky one. You have given me the gift I wanted most." The very next week, Beatrice started school. On the first morning that she was attend, she sat proudly waiting for milk customers in her new yellow blouse and blue jumper, Mugisa by her side. Beatrice felt nervous and excited at the same time. Mugisa pressed close, letting her coarse coat brush softly against Beatrice's cheek. "Oh, Mugisa," Beatrice cried, "I'll miss you today." Then she thought about all the good things Mugisa was bringing. Mama said that soon Surprise would be sold for a lot of money. "It will be enough to tear down this old house," she had explained. "We will be able to put up a new one with a steel roof that won't leak during the rains." Beatrice heard a rustle and noticed Bunani heading toward her with his empty milk pail. He eyed her new uniform and sighed, "You're so lucky. I wish I could go to school." Beatrice reached out and touched Bunani's arm. "I've heard that your family is next in line to receive a goat." A smile crossed Bunani's face. "Really?" he said. "Really." Then Beatrice kissed Mugisa on the soft part of her nose, close to where her chin hairs curled just so, and started off to school. That's the story of Beatrice's goat, and I hope that you like it. Like I said before, I know that story, not because I know Beatrice, but I know many families in villages just like that who have been helped by the gift of a goat, or some chickens, or some bees, or some ducks. The choices that we make in our own families can help families all around the world. Today, I hope that you have lots of reasons to be surprised and to be happy. And I hope that you'll talk with a grown-up that you love about ways that you can make important decisions and that you can help other people. I'm Pastor Dave, and I hope that you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow with a new story. Goodbye.